Hey guys, I meant to get this review up during the weekend, so I apologize for that, but hey, better late than ever, right?
Where is it?
Sit down!
Finish the job, son.
Eliza, honey, he's coming for you.
So The Shape of Water is a new romantic fantasy drama that is directed by Guillermo Del Toro that is also co-written by him, that features an ensemble cast that includes Sally Hawkins, Richard Jenkins, Michael Stolberg, Michael Shannon, and Octavia Spencer. And in The Shape of Water, we follow Elisa, played by Sally Hawkins, a mute person that communicates through sign language that works at this government lab with her friend, played by Octavia Spencer. And the scientists bring in this creature, played by Doug Jones, who forms a relationship with Elisa, amongst other things that happen in this movie. Alrighty guys, so let's get into The Shape of Water. So I was looking forward to this movie for two specific reasons, and one of them, of course, was because it was directed by Guillermo Del Toro, who is one of the best directors working today. Another reason why is because when I watched the trailer, it gave me the vibe of Beating the Beast meets Bioshock. So with all those reasons combined, I was hyped, and I gotta tell you guys, The Shape of Water was damn excellent. Starting out with the acting in this movie, every single performance in this movie is Oscar worthy. There is not a single performance in this movie that is lower than good or even subpar. Everyone in this movie is giving it their A game. From Sally Hawkins to Richard Jenkins to Michael Shannon to Michael Stolberg to Octavia Spencer, even to Doug Jones who plays the creature, everybody in this movie is Oscar worthy. But if any actors in this movie have high chances of getting an Oscar nomination, it's easily Sally Hawkins, Richard Jenkins, and Michael Shannon. But if I were to single any actor to get a nomination to possibly win an Oscar, it's Sally Hawkins in this movie. Sally Hawkins in this movie is magnetic. Despite Sally Hawkins not saying a single word throughout this movie, she's able to give one of the best performances not only of this year, but of her career. I'm saying that without a doubt. There is a moment in which she conveys her sign language that had me cheering and laughing. This moment was absolutely incredible. I hope that Sally Hawkins gets nominated for Best Lead Actress. I mean, God, she was great in this film. But if I were to single out somebody else, it would easily be Michael Shannon. This dude, I don't know what it's about him, but he plays a villain so damn well in film. And here's the thing, despite how filthy he is, you understand his intentions, you see where his goals come from, and you honestly see his point of view despite him treating this creature so terribly. And Doug Jones in this movie as the creature, him and Sally Hawkins' romance or their bond in this movie is just so damn sweet. Despite this movie being a creature and human romance, Guillermo Del Toro is able to make this romance so he's able to make the romance element in this movie so fresh, and he's able to make this romance not only sympathetic, but he's able to make it just so sweet. Another thing I loved about Elisa and the creature's romance was the fact that it was a romance that made these two complete. You can totally tell that before this creature came along, Elisa wasn't feeling complete in her life, you know, like the life of the Joker in The Dark Knight saying, "You complete me." You can clearly tell that that's how Lisa feels about this creature. Once that creature comes up, when you see her brighten up, it only elevates this movie so much more. The romance part of this movie was my favorite part of this movie, and I wanted to see more of it. Now, if there is one thing that I always look forward to when it comes to a new Guillermo del Toro film, it's the look of the film and it's the production design. And my God, does Guillermo del Toro knock it out of the park again, because without a doubt, The Shape of Water is one of the best looking films of 2017, not just from its cinematography, but the just luscious production design. Now, like I mentioned before, when I watched this trailer for this film, it gave me a Bioshock vibe, and from the aesthetic of this movie, just the production design alone, this movie screams Bioshock. If he was inspired by Bioshock for the production design, I would not be surprised. And I would be absolutely shocked if this film was not nominated for Best Production Design, because this film is a beauty to look at. And the cinematography of this movie, not just from all the framing, but the color palette of this movie is just so beautiful to look at. And not to mention the cinematography for the water scenes. The opening shot of this film is one of the most amazing shots of the year. This shot, I want to know they pulled it off. And another thing I loved about this film was the creature design for the creature that Doug Jones plays. This creature is so damn cool. It's like a combination of like the creature of the Black Lagoon. This creature is like a combination of the creature from the Black Lagoon and also a I guess, a mermaid of sorts. When you see this creature do its thing, these moments of this movie are just moments that put me in awe. Another thing I absolutely loved about The Shape of Water was the score by Alexander Desplat. The score, to put it in simple terms, was just absolutely lovely. Every time I heard that old 60s sound come into play in this film, I just had the biggest smile on my face. Just hearing old 60s music done by Alexander Desplat in this film, it was just delightful to put into words. And another thing I absolutely loved about The Shape of Water, and it's a term I haven't used that much to describe about movies this year, and it's that there are so many scenes and there are so many moments of this film that I describe as just Hollywood movie magic. There are so many scenes in this movie that just made me feel like just old-fashioned filmmaking. These scenes, I can only describe in one word, and that was just magic. Now, in terms of flaws for this movie, I do have a few. Now, despite that the romance is a focus of this film, so this movie does take place in the 60s, it does focus on other things that happened in the 60s, like the Cold War is a focus of this movie, as are homophobia and racism. There are scenes that do tackle those things, and while this film does tackle those parts of the 60s very well, I feel like the film doesn't give the romance nearly enough attention as it should. As the film goes along, I feel like it did get a little predictable, particularly in the final scenes. Overall, guys, aside from its flaws, The Shape of Water is a beautifully done film from Guillermo Del Toro that has quite a few moments that had me in just absolute awe. So overall, guys, I'm gonna give The Shape of Water a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Guys, this movie is just, in simple terms to put it, it's a beautifully done romance film. I highly recommend you guys to go check it out if you guys haven't seen it already. Alright guys, so comment out and let me know below, what is your favorite Guillermo del Toro film of all time? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and I'm also on Snapchat. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of The Shape of Water. If so, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe to see more reviews just like this one. If you guys want to see my review of Star Wars The Last Jedi, please click right here. And if you guys want to see my review of The Disaster Artist, please click right here. And of course, until the next review, I will see you guys next time.